Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. You're joining us today from the amazing Epping Forest in North London because we've got a brand new normal shoe to test out today. This amazing new shoe from Kilian's brand, Kilian Jornet, one of my favourite runners, the new normal Kjerag. We're going to be lacing this up, chatting about all the facts and figures and seeing just how good this is. Just as it started raining. Oh, it's lovely to be here in the UK winter. If we were in Norway going for a run with Kilian. Anyway, obviously I bought these shoes 100% with my money off the normal website and they came in about £170. I think it was £170 with free shipping. So as I said earlier, it's called the Kjerag. I think that's what we're going for. Norwegians, please correct me down in the comments. Famous mountain in Norway. Famous because a lot of tourists go there because it has a sort of boulder stuck between two other things. Big sort of tourist, losing my paper. Big tourist, like Instagram hotspot. In terms of stack height, 23.5mm at the back, 17.5mm at the front, 6mm drop overall there. And these are super lightweight. It's really obviously the first thing you notice when you pick these up. For me, coming in at 240 grams. Now I have sized down in these about a size and a half. We did test these out, just trying them on when we were at UTMB this year. And that's just the size that fitted me. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they feel. We'll have a little chat at the end of the run. In terms of what this type of shoe would be used for, well, Kilian's saying anything from a VK up to 100 miles, any sort of distance on the trails. They have this matrix upper, which is this Kevlar and polyamide, sort of very, very strong, but also very, very lightweight mix. In terms of the midsole, normal, I'm calling this an E exposure. There's no insoles in here as well, so it's completely sort of sewn into the shoe. Hopefully, is what they're saying, less blisters, less hot spots, and keeping that weight down to an absolute minimum. There's no carbon plate or any sort of plate in the shoe as far as we can tell. And in terms of the outsole, Vibram have paired up with Normal here to deliver this mega grip. About 50 lugs on the bottom of the shoe, 3.5mm depth from those. For the vast majority of people running, especially sort of in the UK and things, that's going to be pretty good. If you're going in sort of very deep bogs and things, you're going to want something a bit deeper, but very universal lug depth there. Then in terms of what is the big sort of one of the big selling features here that Kilian has talked about, so he did 4 races in one pair of these shoes. I'm going to forget them now. Sierra Zinal, UTMB, Hard Rock, and what's the other one? We'll put it up on the screen, forgotten. And he did about 1,600 Ks in testing one single pair of shoes as well. These are meant to last a long, long time, super durable. That's what we're going to be putting through their paces today. So I think we're going to lace this up now, head out round in the forest, see what it's all about, and have a little bit more of an in-depth chat about this new brand, Kilian, and what he's doing with camper and everything. Super excited. Right, let's get these on the feet. Look at the difference, guys, between the two. This is just a New Balance recovery shoe, more for just so much more stack height, so much more volume. These actually look quite smart. You could wear those with a suit. Maybe it's my new going out shoe, Sarah. Trail to black tie dinner. The Salomon jacket, guys. Kilian's old sponsor for many, many years. I don't know how long he was with Salomon, but left Salomon, start his new venture.
Oh, it's really raining now.
Right guys, it's time to go. We've got about 20k to do today. Can we just have a massive smash of the like button for Sarah here? How many layers has she got on out here? Filming her bike, just to get you that first look at the Kilian shoe. Let's head out on the run. We'll catch up after about 5k and see how it's doing. Right guys, 20k, let's get this done. Overheating a bit now. So yeah, if you didn't know, this is a partnership, I think, between Kilian and Camper, Spanish brand, as is Kilian. Right, I'm just gonna put this in Sarah's backpack. So yeah guys, we're just a mile into the run, and so yeah, what do they feel like? very similar to Salomon shoes, to be honest, at the moment. There's not much cushioning, not much sort of bounce back. I think that's going to come with time. Very sort of low profile, low to the ground. Where a lot of modern shoes are with that sort of maximum stack, maximum foam, not getting that here. Getting a lot of feedback from the ground, which is really nice. A lot of proprioception coming back up through the shoe. Feeling nice so far. A little bit different from what I'm used to. So enjoying that. But yeah, Kilian, maybe my favourite athlete. I don't know, it's either between Kilian or Jim Wormsley. Jim Wormsley, Hoka athlete, in terms of my two favourites. But Kilian, just an all-round good egg, I think you'll find. Smash that like button if you like Kilian. Bit of an environmentalist these days, and that's a big thing about these shoes. Manufactured with the planet in mind. Right, let's carry on this run. Still got a long way to go, and it's getting dark. Let's go. It's flat. I think these shoes would disagree. They're made for the mountains. Right guys, we're about halfway through the run now. Trying to read my notes, which Sarah's done in ink, and I can't. It's pouring rain. Oh, so NNormal have come out with 3 shoes. This is like the race shoe. Oh.
Sorry, wait.
Sarah didn't want to stop to do this because we're running late. Then they've got like a everyday shoe, a little bit more cushion in that than a waterproof shoe. I could do with that today, not going in the puddles. Let's start to give a bit of a honest review of the shoe, as we like to do. So I was a little bit worried after a mile that they were going to be a little bit too harsh, but they're softening up a little bit now. Enjoying it. It's a different feeling, but a nice feeling. Lightweight, fast, zippy, moving over the ground well. Splits are nice, considering it's quite a hilly for London trails anyway. Right, it's really starting to chuck it down now. We'll catch up near the end of the run because we're losing light and losing time on our car before the gate closes. Right guys, there we go, run done. As it's raining again, we need to put it like, how many times have I moaned about the rain today? 4:38 pace. Just under 20k. About the shoes, like them a lot more than I was thinking. Just that lightweightness of them, and I think, I don't know if you see my disaster from UTMB, having massive Nike Zagamas on my feet, huge great shoes, great cushioning, but going downhill, maybe that wasn't a good thing. Maybe I wouldn't have fallen over and bust my knee. Maybe if I had these shoes on, like Kilian, the greatest ultra trail runner of all time, winning UTMB in these shoes, maybe my story would have been a little different. Maybe I'll wear these next year, hopefully get in. Look at the mud on the bottom of there. It's been a fun day. I'm gonna get another like 20, 30, 40k in these shoes, and we'll catch up in a couple of days with my final thoughts on these. But so far, very good, Kilian. You've done a good job. Right guys, back in from getting this shoe even dirtier now. Absolutely been so much fun testing this shoe out from NNormal. I'm pretty sure that's what you're meant to say. The first N is silent, and then the NOR stands for Norway, and the MAL for Mallorca. Norway from where Kilian lives and trains, and Mallorca for where Camper are from. So anyway, I thought we'd have a chat about some of my likes, some of my dislikes, and then a few other little observations that are neither sort of likes or dislikes, just some interesting facts, and then find out if this is going into my rotation, whether we're using this for training over the winter for all the trail adventures next year. Right, let's get stuck into the likes. So my first one being is the grip on this shoe, this Vibram outsole with these 50 lugs on the bottom. They've got a combination of between 6 and 8 edges, all of them. The grip is, for me, pretty extreme, and I think people are going to be finding this in all but like proper deep boggy stuff where you're going to want something a little bit more specialist. But for most stuff you're going to find, I've been out running on the North Downs Way, and as you saw us in the Epping Forest up in London, it coped with those conditions absolutely fine. No slipping around at all. For a lot of people, if you've been running in the mountains on some gravelly sort of things and on wet rocks, haven't been able to do pretty much any of that yet, but I think this is going to hold up really well. Everything I've thrown at this so far, the grip has just been fantastic. My second like is the stability and the confidence of this shoe. The midsole foam, this eXpure, is a new foam that has been developed specifically for the trail, and your feet are sitting right on top of it as well. There's no insole in this shoe, and you just feel really connected, really part of the shoe. Lockdown is really good, just very simple, very straightforward. And my third positive is talking about that speed and confidence, that responsiveness. Basically, it's so lightweight, so nimble, so agile. It really feels sort of part of your body. You just don't really notice it that much when you're running along as well. It's just down there doing its job. That lightweightness really will be a factor in some shorter distance racing, some 5Ks and 10Ks, half marathon. When you're doing those sort of distances out on the trails, you're really going to notice that lack of bulk and that lack of weight on the end of your shoe, which so many of our trail shoes have in these days with big stack heights and things. Right guys, moving on to the dislikes. Now this shoe is really hard to get on. It doesn't look like it's going to be. It's got a sort of a semi-rigid heel counter here, so pretty flexible at the top, and a bit of a rigid counter there in the sort of the middle part of the heel there. But it's just a pain in the backside to get on. Once it's on and you slipped in there, absolutely fine, no problem at all. But yeah, just something to point out. And now finally, I've just got some little other observations. The first one is when you are running on roads. Now this shoe is not designed to be run on roads. Some people might say, is it a road to trail shoe? So you can do a bit of both. It is very kind of hard, and that extreme grip on the bottom as well. It's just not the most comfortable ride on the road. You feel it, there's a lot of feedback coming up through the shoe. But obviously it's not marketed as a road shoe in any way, shape or form, so I can't mark it down for that. But it's just a good observation. If you are doing a bit of road running, you've got to cover a bit of road to get to your trails. The ride is just a little bit harsh, a little bit hard, and you're going to be feeling quite a lot of the ground. Another one, yeah, some people might say it's a little bit on the pricey side, about £170 here in the UK with that free delivery. But when you actually dig into what this shoe is giving you, the materials they've used, how it's been manufactured, the eco credentials of it all, yeah, it's probably around about a fair sort of price. It's not for me to say what is affordable for everybody. £170 is quite top end, and I just want to bring that to attention. But it's really good to see what this company is doing. I'd recommend going and having a read about it on their website. And my final little observation is a little bit like I was saying there with the road feeling. You do get a lot of feedback coming up the ground through the shoe. Obviously it's not a max cushion shoe, so if you're running on quite a smooth trail and there's some rocks in there as well that you're standing on, you will be feeling those. And finally, was this true to size for me? Well, clearly not, because I got these in a full 1.5 size down, which is what the guys at the stand told me to do out in Chamonix in the summer. And yeah, this was really a little bit too small. An 11 would have been fine, so a full size down for me. If I got these in size 12, they would have been absolutely like clown shoes. Maybe some of the camper lasts are a little bit different, but yeah, I'd say about a full size down for most people should be fine. Right, that's it guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I really would love to hear your feedback down below in the comments about what you think of this shoe, what you think of this new brand. Are you going to be supporting them? Do you like what they're doing? Do you like Kilian? And most importantly, are you interested in getting a pair? Have you run in a pair as well? Let us know down below. So that's it guys. Let us know what you think of this new shoe, and we will see you very soon in the next one.